Man, some of these AI girls are incredible. I told it to make me a background for today's Prole church, and damn, did he do a good job. All right, so I've just made 3 videos for next week, and wow, making videos at this rate, like back to back to back, is really hard to do because it takes so much creativity in order to continue to make videos, and you're just kind of like. And this morning I just didn't know what to do. Thank you for stopping by, Rusty. Um, and I was just like sitting here, and I got to the point where I had to ask ChatGPT. It's like, what do people want to see on this channel? Because I really don't know what to what to talk about anymore. Like, I've made thousands of videos. Thoughts and prayers, please. Thoughts and prayers, exactly. Thoughts and prayers for the proletariat, man. Let's put it this way: the suffering of the prole is never going to go away. I did get my TV stand built yesterday, and to my dissatisfaction, the TV is not exactly what I had hoped it would be. I have no idea that this TV would have a stand. It's not actually bolted to anything. It's like hanging on a metal plate. And I thought a TV that big would be bolted to the wall, but no, it just hangs there. So if I had little kids in the house, I would be deeply concerned about the way that this TV is mounted to that stand. Deeply concerned. Oh my god, I can't get this TV open. This is incredibly embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I was sitting at my I was sitting on my couch yesterday for the first time in my entire life. I was sitting on my couch watching YouTube in mega size form. And there's something odd about it. Like, my back started hurting. My back started hurting because I'm so used to watching TV on my um in my gaming chair, right? So there's a lot of like lumbar support in a gaming chair because it's designed for you to sit long term. Yesterday I was sitting on the couch, and after about 45 minutes my back started complaining because the couch doesn't have any back support. So I had to get up, and I had to get up from watching TV on the couch to sit back in my chair. And no sugar, no sweeteners, no calories, no preservatives. That's what I want. My rear always hurts from fleece. I guess you get 2 days to heal up from fleece, and then you got to go back for more. Yes, I had one 99-cent packet of tuna fish, and I had some microwave rice. So my breakfast this morning cost $2.50, and it wasn't worth it. We all celebrate the your dream job is work at Radio Shack in 1985. If I could go back and work at Radio Shack right now, I would. That would be hilarious too. I mean, if you could work in a grocery store in the 80s and own a home, man, what a time to be alive. I mean, I have one of the most complicated jobs that you could imagine, and I don't have anything. I don't have a pot to piss in. And, most people would be like, well, if your job's that complicated, why does your butt always hurt? Why does Fleece never leave you alone? Because Fleece can never get enough. I only got 2 hours of overtime at my job, and I used to get 20 plus hours in the summer. Telling you, those tariffs, man. Yo, 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 fellow proles. Welcome, Grim. Welcome to the party, homie. As they say, yippee ki Job equals Pound Town. I love that term, Pound Town. Pound Town. We ready for Pound Town? Body more important, booty more important than water. You know what? I think most of the proles should show up at work pre-lubed. Like you should get the baby oil. You should just carry it around you on a belt. Like when you get a massage, how the massage therapist has the baby oil on like a mount on the side of their belt. That's how you should. That's how we should start every day at Evil Corp because it's gonna be Pound Town. We're living in a meme because the dream never existed. The dream when you could work one job and have something called what I used to believe this, right? I was watching a Vice documentary, and these people took a train all the way up to North Korea, and they were taking this train through North Korea and stopping at the various summer camps, right? And they would come up to the people working in the summer camps and they would ask them about, when was your last day off? And they didn't understand the concept of time off from work. That's what we've become in America. Weekends don't matter if you're poor. Nights don't matter if you're poor. Nothing matters other than you keep working in order to make more money. And I mean, last night I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning talking to the cam girls, and I mean they literally would shut off their cam on this site on Chatterbait, and then they'd go over and they'd work another few hours at OF. And I'm like, and they say this to you, follow me over to my OF page, people. And you're like, how many men are in this chat right now giving you money? Oh my gosh, I wish I could be a cam girl. John from Esmo is not watching you anymore. John is a neat, no job, no education, and no trade school. What? Is he okay? I watched some of his last videos, and I mean, it seemed like John was becoming incredibly depressed. Everyone online looks rich. They spend money, travel, partying, and spending money doing the money dance. John, what happened to John? Did he lose his job? Mad Max has become reality. Predictive programming, dark days ahead. We are all poor now. The way that Trump wants you. Poor, uneducated, and afraid. Marco, what happened to John? A fool and his money will soon part. Confucius, I think. I thought it was a fool and his money will soon. A fool and his money will soon part. Yeah, That's what happens when you walk into a Walmart. A fool and his money, especially if you're already working there. I was supposed to be rich, says Dave Ramsey. He said, don't buy avocado toast and just invest in the S&P, buy a house in cash. John quit his job. What? I thought he was going to get promoted. What did John do anyway? Marco, what was John's job? John just live streaming every day. Oh, really? Maybe we should go watch his live streams to see what happened to him. Has anybody watched Deconstructing? Has anybody heard anything from him? He's left a couple of comments here and there, but he's another one of those guys that you wonder what happened. He was a manager at a restaurant. Oh, okay. Church is in full session. Yes, it is. Marco, what happened to him? Why did he quit his job? I thought he was doing okay at that job because he got that apartment. He went to Japan and quit his job. He went to Japan? Yeah. I found a new channel. It's called Gen Wars '01. Pretty good talks about how the boomers screwed us all. Deconstructing made a new vid about the greedy boomers. Oh, okay. Well, at least he's around. I'm gonna have to go check out John's content. If he, I mean, that's a pretty dramatic thing to quit your job. I mean, Mello quit her job last year at around this time too. No, I think she quit her job in July, maybe. I think it was July that she quit her job. Deconstructing is going crazy. He hates life and wants to just leave the country. Holy crap. Really? Man, you got a lot of. Mello should show those feet. Mello is very shy. Survival just for the sake of survival is not living. Living to work isn't living, right? We can all agree on that. We're all poor now. Yes, we are. You gotta embrace the suck, as they say. Embrace the suck. Life sucks. Agreed, Sage. Donald Trump, why are you making us all poor? What's your problem, man? A man can't live off bread alone. Well, I guess for me, it's rice and water, people. Rice and water. Slowly starve to death while working full time. That's the American dream. Life is peepee. That's why I have a collection plate. So if you guys feel like donating some lemonade, just put it in a collection plate. Whatever happened to the white picket fence? It was always an illusion. The white picket fence was the thing that was supposed to keep you motivated to keep working. It's like what my coworker said the other day. People who are comfortable in life, they don't work as hard. People who are uncomfortable in life, they work really hard because their lives are very uncomfortable. They're not allowed to be happy or to have anything. Remember, you will um you will own nothing and be happy. Pee pee poo poo. Yes. The Snickers and the lemonade. Put them all in the collection plate. Yes, life is poo poo too. Hi everyone, just got home from church mass. Today's really windy here in the upper Midwest. Hey Albie, LA has the National Guard to hit the protest their family and friends. Yeah, the National Guard is out dealing with protesters that are protesting against ICE. Loaded diaper full. Man, I didn't realize how thirsty I am, but I just spent 3 hours making videos for next week. 3 hours, people. I spent a lot of my time making videos. A ridiculous amount of time. Whew. I bought that tea because I thought I was going to like it. I guess nothing tastes as good as Starbucks tea. Actually, I didn't like the Starbucks tea yesterday, so I have to take that back. Hopefully, there will not be a war in Cali. I hope not. I mean, it'd be funny if this is the way that Civil War started in America, is people fighting the deportations from ICE. But who knows? I mean, there's so many uncertain elements in this world right now that none of us know what's really going to happen. I mean, it looks like the Prole church has seen better days. It looks like someone stole the front door off of the church already and the windows. This is all we can afford. We have to sit in the dirt at church. I prefer the more photorealistic ones. Uh, I mean, this is what ChatGPT will give me nowadays. It won't make. I was asking ChatGPT last night why it started making images like this, and it said that because of its guidelines, it doesn't want to make the old style thumbnails anymore because it sexualizes things and it doesn't want to create that kind of content. So that's why they changed. That's why I can't make thumbnails in the same style that I used to. It's not allowed to make them that way anymore. No, it's just a change from ChatGPT. These ones, like this one, they're actually made with Krea.ai. Krea has actually been my go-to program, so now I'm having to spend $20 on ChatGPT, and I believe I spend $30 now at Krea every month because when I create the animated girls, the 5 second animations, that program it uses up like you get certain amount of credits that you can use per month. Like it's not even unlimited the plan that you get now for AI. You only get so many creation time and then you're out for the rest of the month. I'm too poor to take gear. I would love to take trend. Huh? I don't know what that means. When's your B day, Steam? It is in January, so we it is a long, long time from now. It was my friend at work's B day on Friday, and she was really happy about it. It's about the pop off there. Christopher Stid, afternoon. Welcome to Prole Church. Hallelujah. Drop a deuce in the collection plate, Proles. Yeah, put the Snickers in the collection plate. Church in full session. Grim, your Pound Town sure tickled Steam. It's his new catchphrase. Pound Town. It sounds so funny. Welcome to Pound Town, also known as Evil Corp. Cheers, Blue. I love to hear his laughter. Oh my god, you guys aren't gonna hear me laughing outside in a long time. It was 104 degrees yesterday, and it's still considered fairly uh, fairly good for Arizona at this time of the year. July is the hottest month of the year, and no one looks forward to the month of July. Like it is hot as balls. I would take steroids. I see the guys like yesterday. I was working out in the afternoon because I couldn't get up early enough to go to the gym at my normal time. Saw a couple of dudes in there, man. You could see it's like the steroids like oozing out of them, and it's just I don't think that the steroid looks very good, man. Unless you're doing it for something special, taking steroids is it's just not good. I used to think life was tragedy, but I realized it's a comedy. It depends on the day. I don't have money to buy steroids and eat tons of food. Neither do I, Marco. Uh, my I think I'm taking a equate now. I'm taking equate as my protein powder. So times are tough, people. Let's see. I caught a live stream. I'm trying to live stream after work since I have all my videos up, but it's kind of tough to stream after a really stressful job at work. Like Friday afternoon, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm excited about going home. My boss calls me up. Hey, Steam, I need a server. I was like, ah. And then he gave me instructions for putting it together that I completely didn't understand what he wanted. And I'm just like sitting there waiting for him to tell me, like, put the round peg in the round hole because I just couldn't understand what he was asking. Some bodybuilding guys sell their rear end to buy steroids and pay rent. Oh Lord, I'm already doing that at Evil Corp. Pound Town. It's like living in a MF oven. Only good thing about living in Maryland is the weather. The economy is cooked here. Oh my gosh, I was coming back from the gym yesterday and there was a whole family over by where I parked my car, and their whole family was sitting outside because they didn't have money to run the air conditioning. Now that is poor. You imagine it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 104 degrees outside, and it's cooler outside than sitting in your house because you can't afford to run the air conditioning. I remember when I was a kid and it got really hot, my parents would take us to the mall for the free air conditioning. I can't afford the good life. Marco, I can't afford the bad life. I can't afford the bad life. Just moved to Thailand. Yeah, right. The good life is an illusion. Earth is a prison planet. I like prison planet better than a slave planet because Earth is one large open air prison, man. You might get deported back to Mexico. Who knows? Summer is overrated. Yeah, I don't like summer personally. I wish that we could just stay in. If I could pick one season that we could all live in and stay in forever, it would be fall. Because it's not warm and it's not cold. Because my ideal temperature is 80 year round. And you know what part of the world stays 80 year round? Hawaii. If I could afford to live in one place in the world, it would be Hawaii. Gentle breezes, no snakes, no scorpions. Ice is waiting for you. Now that's Pound Town. It's too hot. Spring is better. Fall is my favorite season. Yeah, I like the moment right before it becomes winter, right? Temperatures are 80s and it's good. Oh, homeless cooking and the homeless are cooking, man. Like that lady that I gave the $20 to last week on Friday. Oh my God, that lady looked like her brain had been cooked right inside of her skull. I thought we were going to the pleasure palace. Is that where we're going? Is that what we call heaven now? The pleasure palace? Pleasure palace. Is that what we call Evil Corp now? It's Fleece's pleasure palace. Sheikah, I'm seeing an increase in men with escorts at my local supermarket. I don't know how they can afford that. Yeah, that's what the girls at the salon said. Their neighbor has an escort over almost every night. Alex Jones warned us about the lizard people. Yeah, the lizard people. None of those tech billionaires can pass as human anymore. Alonzo, hello, Millennials team. Just finished watching the raids in LA. Yeah, I was watching them yesterday too. Pleasure Island. We're getting pleasured. Is that what you call it? What in the butt? Put it in the butt. That sounds sad, poor lady. Yeah, Alex Jones. I loved that guy, man. I know he was nuts, but Alex Jones was funny to watch, man. Escort to Prole Church. You have to bring your own escort. I have a homeless man that lives behind my gym in his car. He puts the curtains on the car. Susie is unaffordable. Oh, look, Mello's here. And she's on vacation. But Mello's the only prole I know that can go on vacation. Mars is gambling the rent money. I hope she didn't take the dog with her. Going on vacation with the dog is probably not a good idea. MS, would you just quit your job and just bum it out? No, I've had to bum it out. Bumming it out is incredibly boring. MS, do you think it's worth it nowadays to get a master's degree? I went out of this pro life. I want out of this pro life. No. If you want to know what happens to you if you get a master's degree and you can't find a job, is you end up like David VR and you have a master's degree and you're working at the 99-cent store. I don't know if Mello gambles. I would say that with her personality type, I would think that she wouldn't gamble because she doesn't like to spend money. Mallow, good luck. They're trying to turn the freaking frogs. Guy goes, one of my expressions. That was one of my favorite Alex Jones uh, phrases of my entire life. Turning the frogs. Cooking here in Vegas. Is it hot? Mello, are you getting paid on vacation? I haven't gambled yet. She's gonna lose the dog in blackjack. No, I didn't bring the dog. Good. DBDR should have a video with you. I thought he left when I got demonetized. I thought he had like 40,000 subscribers and he wasn't monetized. I just like blackjack, but I don't spend a lot. Yep. Using my PTO, Alex Jones says we will die from an asteroid this year. Bring it on. Meteorite 2025. I'm ready, man. I wonder if we get hit by the meteorite if we'll go to the Pleasure Palace or Pound Town. Hopefully we go to Pound Town. It's the only way many of us men will get love. Oh my god, DBDR came back. He has a new channel called Hat Flying and it's just a picture of the thumbnail with him talking instead of gameplay. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna have to go check that out. We ain't going nowhere. Meteorites would be salvation at this point. You cooked when the oblivion is mercy. You think it's your last cigarette, but you have two. Good thing I'm not in LA, right? But I'm going in 2 weeks. Escort to the Prole Church. Alonzo says, I heard some home sellers in Phoenix are starting to come down on their houses for sale. Yeah, because nobody's got money for a house. How far is Vegas from LA? Ooh, that's a good question. I would say 3 or 4 hours. Hey Siri, how far is Vegas from LA?
Las Vegas, Nevada is about 269 miles from Los Angeles, California by car.
Yeah, so what I said, about 4 hours of driving. Let's see. Let's see. So, Grim, it's 260 miles away. Did you talk to people on the bus? I met one girl out of the 20 years that I rode the bus. I met one girl on the bus who wanted to go back to her place for a little of the in and out. But I got to her house and she started getting naked and I ran away. She's really pretty feet, too. I remember the one thing that she's like, I caught you looking at my feet. And I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. Let's see, Dee Dee. Hey, dude, how are you? You still doing that job? I have no idea. It's like I tell everyone I took everything out of my office already, just so I'm ready to go. Smoking cigarettes is cool. You tell them, Sage. Oh my God. Once I get 3 sheets to the wind at night, I sit outside my house and I smoke. I remember in high school, the school bus was for losers. Thank God I never went to high school. Stay away from LA, Mello. Did you tell you the stray brought her 4 kittens? MS, I'll bring you one. Oh my God. No. Jill told me to get a cat last Sunday, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe if we got together, I would have a cat with her, but I don't think I would want a cat by myself. I don't like pet hair. I have to go to LA next week for a convention. A convention? I didn't know that Mello went to conventions. Let's see. Blue says, hello, fellow kids. Damn, that's too close. Guess I'm not going to Vegas either. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Vegas. The West Coast is a movie. Oh, come on. I'm a real cigarette smoker too. I think Inu Blue smokes too. How you said it. Pretty good feet. Pretty good feet. Yeah, I remember looking at them and I was like, oh man. Yum, yum, yum. Let's see. Are you employed? Unfortunately, yes, I'm still employed. Let's see. It's an expensive habit. Oh, believe me, these packs of cigarettes are $11 and I go through a pack every 3 days. So, yeah, I feel you. It's a nasty, expensive habit, but I really enjoy it. Probably gonna have a smoke one of my cigarettes before I got into work today. That's the thing. I don't smoke at work because I don't like the smell. National Guard to LA now. Riot warnings. Grim, get together. You can afford a relationship. Well, Jill doesn't make very much money. She works in a salon. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about smoking. It's so expensive now. I know smoking used to be really cheap. Like I remember a pack of cigarettes used to be like $2. Now it's 11. I remember when they said they were going to raise the prices on cigarettes to try to discourage people. It just didn't discourage them. It just made them have less money. Yeah, I only smoke when after I'm like 3 sheets to the wind. I have no desire before then. So typically, I'll have two or three, sometimes four in one night, depending on how many drinks I had. I think I drank 15 beers last night. Starting to become pretty common. Getting on gear. Let's see. Cigs is like 20 bucks now. Yeah, it's expensive. If you took steroids, what cycle would you take? I have no idea, Marco. I've never had any interest in taking steroids. I just take creatine. It's the same thing. Uh, let's see. Smoke some wacky tobacco. No, no devil's lettuce. Vegas really isn't that busy. Well, I just did a video on how travel in the United States is down by double digits across the entire country because nobody wants to come here and get detained at an airport. It's kind of dead here. It's eerie. Mello, no one has money to go on vacation. Marco Polo, why are you giving up? Do you do a cold approach video pickup artist Steam? Do a cold approach video pickup artist? No. As I've told many women before, the only women that talk to me are the ones that are unavailable. I used to never smoke cigarettes at work, but my job has been driving me nuts lately, and I didn't bring my lighter yesterday, and I got so pissed the last 2 hours of my shift. Yeah, Jack and Jill sitting on a hill. Always keep at least 7 lighters on deck. Oh my God. When I left Walmart, I had like 20 lighters because it was one of my favorite items to 5 finger discount. So every day that I'd find one laying around at work, I just shove it in my pocket. So by the time I left, I had a collection. I had probably around 200 bottles of what do you call it? Nail nail polish. There's another because nail polishes can be very expensive and they're small, so you could hide them in your pocket really easily. So I ended up taking a bunch of those. Lose one, ones were 50 cents. I remember when cigs was $5. Yeah. Yeah, they used to be 25 cents at there used to be this store that sold you could buy any kind of cigarette that you wanted loose and it was 25 cents. Marshmallow, I just saw a video that Vegas is deceased. Actually, that's what I was going to talk to Mello about, is what it's like there. Hey, Mello, you should make some videos on your phone for me and then send them to me. So that way I can see. I can put them on as shorts on my channel. Send me some videos. Vegas looks like any other city in America. I call them ghost towns. No one's buying or shopping. Food is more important than pleasure. Yeah, nothing more important than the booty. Steve and Jill sitting in the food bank. I hear that the food banks are actually running out of money because food banks rely on people donating money and food to the food bank so that they can give it to other people. Well, those people that used to donate are the people that are coming there to ask for food. Blue, you crazy. We had a single Siggy machine when I worked at a gas station, the good old days. Blue, you worked at a gas station? I'm intrigued. Sounds like a good advice. I learned my lesson yesterday. I remember the machine's crazy. Yep, I'm just here for a wedding, but I'll send you some videos when I go out tonight. Donate what booty? Donate what booty? It's not a donation to fleece. It's a required fee. It's the cover fee for work. Damn, that's so brutal. Even the food banks aren't available for food anymore. Food banks rely on people to have money in order to be able to donate food to the food bank. If people don't have money to donate to the food bank, then the same people who need the food, who normally would donate, are the people that are there asking for free food because they're so poor. Blue reminds me of Sarah Connor smoking a cigarette while wearing her mailman uniform. Night shift in the 90s. A woman complained that I was sitting when she came in. Guess she wanted me to be a military stance all night. When I first started going to my gym, the person that swipes the membership cards, they weren't allowed to have a chair. They had to stand the whole time. And then eventually, I guess someone thought that was cruel and they let them sit down now. I'd love to work at a gas station to talk to other cigarette smokers, but I'd probably get robbed. Probably. Sage, I used to live in a really seedy part of town down off of Priest and Fifth Street, and the convenience store would get robbed like every Friday night. Like it was someone's paycheck, right? So every Friday night, the cops would be over there because someone shot it up and they stole the money. And it was just happening like routinely. Like this guy was getting home from work Friday night. And it's like, uh oh, I need to go to my second job. Time to go rip off the local quickie mart. How are you still single with all these chicks who talk to you endlessly over the years? Because they're all married. That's why. That chick that was talking to me at midnight Friday night, I was like, Where are you?" And then she started sending me pics of being pregnant. She sent me 5 pictures of her pregnant belly. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is getting weird." Thank you for your service, Blue. Yeah, thank you for your service, Blue. We couldn't live without the mailman coming to our door to drop off coupons. Why do people still get coupons in the mail? Like sometimes I'll go open my mailbox and it's the only thing in there is coupons that I'll never use. Turned 44 in September. We're about the same age, Marco. Um, Mello turned 40 at the end of last year, so she'd be old too. We're all in the same club. Probably stole beer. People steal beer all the time. I'm going to retirement in the pine box or urn. Not me, Marco. I'm going to work until stray dogs tear apart my dead body. I'm not even going to get in the pine box. Look at family romance services in Japan. All the very least charged sum for being an emotional tampon that service, and everything in life ain't free, yo. Steven, crank it to the dem pics. To the dem pics. I don't know what that means. Ew, pregnant women. I know. It's like I know 3 of them right now that are all prego. Stay strong, King. Let's see. Lonzo says, I was shopping at Walmart the other day and there was an older Asian man scaring and startling shoppers. He was walking around yelling. He obviously didn't come out of COVID. Okay. I used to walk around in Walmart with my GoPro on until they banned me from wearing my GoPro in the store, and they banned me from the store for a year, and I didn't go back for 3. I think so too. I was pretty in inattentive. Inattentive. Donate your body to science. Science doesn't want this body. At the liver shot, the lungs are shot, and the brain is shot. No funeral for me. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna get a funeral. I'm just gonna lay down in the mud and then just become food for the stray dogs in my area. It's sad to think about it that most of us will not be able to retire in our lifetime. The booty is shut. Police made certain that it's just one big loose hole back there. It's just like there's no traction left whatsoever. You can just put your hand inside of it back and forth and you don't even touch the sides of it anymore. As a former coworker used to say, it's all warbled out. Police doesn't get anything out of it anymore. Caboose is loose. Oily, oxen free. Hello. It's warbled out, man. America's rear end is warbled out by fleece at Evil Corp. You can hear an echo in that. You just yell down the hall of the rear of America's rear, and you just hear your voice just echo back. Still hurts though, I'll tell you that much. It's not about the physical pain, it's about the emotional pain of working and having your rear warbled out. How would you change your life if you woke up and it was 1985? I could just go to work. See, in 1985, you could work a part time job and still have a car and still pay for college. College, since I started going to school, has gone up 1,000%. The hard way is the only way. It doesn't matter how hard you push it. If it's all warbled out, then I mean, and I've experienced this myself. I mean, sometimes it doesn't tighten up, man. Sometimes when I met these chicks and you wonder, it's like, how do you even go to the bathroom? Like, This thing is it's a gaping open. It's like you can look inside. You could look inside and see the heart beating. Once they sent the jobs overseas, it was over. Yeah. Family romance charges like $30 to $40 an hour starting for rental friend. You you should also set up a fee structure like that. Pregos must pay premium. $60 an hour minimum. I don't know where we're going with this, Jared, but I think you're talking about an OF page here. Those factory jobs, you can support your whole family with one income. Exactly. Your whole family. And you could afford to go on a vacation like where Mello's at right now on one job. So if you could get your wife to work one factory job, you could sit at home and just play World of Warcraft. I knew a guy like that, and his wife was always pregnant. I think she was pregnant with their ninth child the last time I saw her. I like the idea of just working one job and being able to live on one job. That's kind of why um my dream is to go back to the 1980s and work. I mean, in the 1980s my mom worked as a cleaning lady and she had a house. Come on, man. Like everyone back then was doing better than we are doing right now. I don't know what happened to the jobs, but Jesus Christ, man. It's like we're stuck in a world where everything has to be super hard. And none of us like this. None of us like this life like this. It's terrible. Does anyone even have energy or the mental fortitude to even romance anymore? I'm mentally exhausted. I'm mentally, physically, even even Mr. Happy isn't happy anymore. Like last night, I stayed up watching that chick with the really ugly cans. Like, I mean, her cans were like, how would I describe them? Her cans look like long fingers. That's how you describe the ugliest things that I've seen in my life. Men wouldn't stop giving her money. Jesus Christ. I mean, men are dumb. Let's see. Alonzo says, I guess what we're witnessing is just a sign of the times. Indeed. I just did. You guys saw the video I put up this morning how people are avoiding America for flapjacks. You're onto something there, Blue. It's a sign of the times. Damn. Extra syrup. Uh-oh. Can we have flapjacks in Pound Town? You need some better content for a look man. Look at my extra butt. Put some blueberries on those flapjacks. uh, Hotep, I think you're on to something there. Better content. You know, I should put that in the comment section at night. She usually streams from 10 to midnight every night. Then she goes over to OF and gets men to pay her there too for the flapjacks. I, I was so drunk last night. I was just sitting there looking at it. And I didn't really think about how ugly these things were until I woke up this morning. I thought to myself, did that really happen last night? What was really strange is that they were shaped weird, and instead of having like a little like round thingy on the end, they were just dark brownish black all the way. Like the tip, like I'd say about 20% of the whole thing was just one solid color. Really nasty. I guess the only thing that kept me there was the fact that she had red hair. A woman did an interview with some tourists coming, and most of them are not really worried about that. Did they look fake? No, they were way too small. Way too small, and I don't even know how she would get on a brassiere of any kind. Like they were like just they look like long fingers. Like ugh. Really, 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 really gross. Let's see. I say long fingers, and I'd say that they were as long as your index finger and your middle finger put together. That's about the length of them. And then like right below the middle knuckle, it was all really dark brownish black. Ugh, just yuck. It's like, and guys kept sending her pictures of their manhood, and she would rate them really low. Like she told a guy that his thing was way too small. She said that thing ain't even worth it. Hi Raquel. I can't believe we have two people from Oklahoma in the chat. I don't even know anyone from Oklahoma in real life. She has to pay like $50 for a bra, sounds like. She's like BBC. Yeah, these guys were definitely not that. I think she was pointing at the camera and saying it's about as big as my pinky, and about as round too. The girth around it. She did say one guy was really, really, really. What did she call him? She's like, you're as thick as a baseball bat. I was like, oh my god. You have to pay her too in order for her to rate your junk too. But at night after midnight, there's just an ocean of cam girls out there everywhere, just waiting for someone, just sitting there. Like yesterday, I went to go look, and there's this girl just laying there in her birthday suit, and she's just looking at the camera, kicking up her foot, and you're just look. She's just sitting there waiting for someone to stop by. It's really strange. What do you do for a living, Raquel? I'm curious about that too. I hope she's not an OF girl. Jared SC, it's morbid, but unlike other places, all Americans still have easy access to the Mossberg or Smith and Wesson retirement plans. Oh my God, guys, that's still something. Oh my God. I thought my expression of the rope was morbid, but you took it to another level. Raquel, Steam, if you ever come to Oklahoma, I'll take you to lunch. Raquel, that's awfully nice of you to say. Howdy, steamers. Darren Descox, welcome. It's not the size of the ship, but it's the motion of the ocean. I, I hope that motion comes with a with an extension cord. We already agree. No, no Tulsa. Let's see. Grim Blue, it's exactly the size of the ship. Just ask any adult star that brings it. I mean, I've never seen a guy in thousands of videos that I've watched over the years that brought the pinky to the show. Let's see. I used to be an English teacher. Now I'm semi retired. Semi retired? Raquel, how do you make money? Are you one of those like YouTube stars? Let's see. Damn, that's grim. Exactly, Steam. Raquel. I do small contract jobs for money as needed. I get a pension. Oh, good. Good for you. I didn't think anyone got pensions anymore. No women want a pinky. No, no, they don't. I've seen some. You just have to look for them. Raquel's in real estate. Confirmed. Let's see. Millennial Jacobin. Glad to finally catch one of these. Well, welcome to the live stream. This is about normal amount of people that show up on any given day. Uh, and Melo's at Vegas on vacation this weekend. Shake that rear. Susie, Susie die. Yeah, get down. It's time to get down tonight with the pinky. He whips it out. Like I've heard some girls, especially girls that date bodybuilders, once they start taking steroids, everything down there shrivels up like a raisin. Does small contract jobs for money. I know the way that sounds. I flub that. Pinky make girls laugh. They sure do. It's like I had one girl tell me, it's like, is that fun sized? I blew. Is that fun sized between your legs or is that just normal? Or are you just cold? It's like the little candy bar. Is ice raids by your house? No, I don't live in a part of town where there's a lot of people that they'd be interested in. They're going to stay in like South Phoenix or parts of Mesa where they have very high population, very high concentration. I guess Trump thought he could deport 3 million people overnight. It's kind of like the Trump wall, right? Where he told us he was going to build that wall, and what, 6 years later, it's still giant holes in it. The tariffs will destroy the country. I thought that some court ruled that the tariffs were unconstitutional. Like, it's ridiculous to think that Americans want factory jobs. Like, no one's going to work in a factory for minimum wage. I mean, nobody wants to work at Amazon. And a factory is even harder work than working in a warehouse. Americans don't like hard work. Yeah, I agree with Grim. The country was already heading in the wrong direction before Trump threw another wrench into this. Like, how do you turn the country into this and then you demand that people pay back student loans with no jobs? Like, it's stupid. Way before the tariffs. Yeah, I'd say America's been in decline for 20 years. I'm about to purchase myself a personal locator beacon in these times in case ice snatches me up unaware in my in my travels. Who's gonna get the signal, Alonzo? If your personal locator beacon goes off and there's no one to find you, then there's no point. The movie Taxi Driver was the beginning of the decline in the 70s Vietnam War era. Watch it if you haven't. Taxi Driver. My friend MS. What friend? We all need to have this friend that has a personal locator beacon. Anyone of color. How's Tosa Raquel? I assume terrible. Love the optimism. New Blue. Taxi Driver. Robert De Niro. I still have to watch Joe's Plantation for Blue. Don't these wealthy folks ever consider that if we don't get a fair wage, we have no health care, insane car insurance payments, amongst other things, that we won't be able to buy any of their products? They don't care. When it comes to greed, they don't care if we don't have money. Black Pilled had a funny video on East Rider. To Taxi Driver and Network, must watch. Do your homework. Tulsa isn't bad. I live in a good area now that makes that makes a difference. You know where I've heard it's really bad in this country, and I keep hearing it that Albuquerque is really really nasty now. Like it's a nasty place to live because of the extremely high poverty. Oops, I meant Easy Rider. My phone changes all my texts now. Yeah, it sure does. I hate that. The drug problem started from the Vietnam War era. That was when the no, it was the 80s, right? Where Reagan started the war on drugs and didn't really win. It's like that series that they used to have on Vice News, right? The war on drugs, where it's just clearly showing that it was impossible to win. Poverty is everywhere. Opium first, then heroin, then opioids. Yep, sounds about right. Poverty is everywhere. I know, just check my wallet. Ooh, New Jack City movie. Uh oh. I've got to go take a dump. And I don't want you guys hearing me taking a dump, so I'm going to mute the mic. If you guys can hear me dropping bombs, let me know, okay? I'm going to mute the mic while I drop the boys off at the Super Bowl. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. When nature calls, you have to answer the call. I call it the call of duty. Call of duty. I got to get the premium subscription for sound effects. You needed to hit the porcelain throne. I never got into Cobra Kai. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Not all of us worship Jesus, though. You watch Cobra Kai? Uh, I love those emoticons. The new Karate Kid Legend movie is really good. I watched the whole season of Cobra Kai because my boss wanted to watch it a few years back, but I don't like watching television. Like to me, television is an escape, and I don't really condone television in any conceivable way. Who saw the devil man cry baby? Devil man cry baby. I had those games on my PC, and I never had any inclination to play them. Does MS have a bidet? No, I wish I did. I have just wet wipes. I actually use dude wipes. I only seen the first episode, Blue. Uh, yes, Rusty. It's his sink. Rusty, like your shorts, Mike Judge is a prophet. It has a happy ending at Grim, like MS is doing now. I gotta watch it, Blue. It's really short, goes fast. That's what she said. Call of duty, call of booty. That's what it's gonna be at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Number two, ASMR. Oh my god. I wonder if there are channels like that where the person keeps saying you sank my battleship. I think one day we'll be living at our jobs because we can't afford rent. Well, when Mello was working at the grocery store, there was a guy that lived in his car at the grocery store in the parking lot, and he lived there for years. Not a couple months till he got back on his feet, but he made it years. I would see his car there because his car is right next to the car wash that I go to every few days. You can watch those corny ghost hunter, the corny ghost hunters enough. Hey, I love Ghost Adventures, man. Jill asked me last week because she told me I asked her what she did the night before she came to work, and she told me she stayed up late watching a movie called The Orphan, which is supposed to be a really scary movie. And then we started talking about whether or not I believe in ghosts. And she asked me if I like scary movies, and I told her no. I don't typically like anything gory, like I don't know what a scary movie would be like. Friday the 13th or Chainsaw Massacre. I never got into movies like that. I don't like scary things because then I get scared, and then I can't close my eyes in the shower, and so then I have to keep whatchamacallit, getting shampoo in my eyes over and over again for like the next few weeks because I can't close my eyes because I'm too scared. Anyhow, but I will watch Ghost Adventures, and she asked me one time, or she asked me in the same conversation. It's like, well, what's the scariest thing that you've seen on Ghost Adventures? And I had to really think really hard and think about it because I didn't know. And I was like, okay, so they were here in Tempe, Arizona, and they were at the Four Peaks Brewery. It's, like 3 miles from my house right now, right? And they're walking through the brewery in the middle of the night, and suddenly you hear this loud, like violent growl, like the growl you would hear from like a dinosaur growl, come roaring through the place, and it freaks them out, and they start running for it. Have a nice Sunday, Raquel. We're all gonna make it. Okay, Raquel. I gotta lunch everything me. I will check back with you later. Have a great rest of your day, and may we all eventually be prosperous. Thanks, Rachel or Raquel, for saying that. Well, let's see. We're all gonna make it, bro. That's what they said on the Titanic, and it didn't end well. Jesus loves you. Orphan isn't really scary. It's no hostel. I don't know what that is, but she said it was scary. But then again, Jill's really small. Like she's a really little person. She's a happy person too. You very rarely meet happy people in a world like today, especially a person who's struggling financially. People who can stay happy despite being poor are my heroes, man. Let's see. I saw a documentary where a homeless woman was living on the roof of the supermarket inside the neon sign for a long time till someone found out she would panhandle outside the store during the day and disappeared at night. She had electricity up there. Steam said someone was living in a sign at a store by him, I think. That was a news story too. Yeah, no, it made national news. Or maybe she just took a dump up by the sign. Hostel is a movie about U.S. travelers getting taken to a place where rich people bid to torture them. Oh, well, that sounds like a happy, fun weekend. I love that. Urban stealth camping. Well, I've been watching that girl who just became homeless this past week. Um, I think, what's her channel called? I'll look at and see what her channel's called. Uh, I don't know if she's faking it or if it's real. Let's see. What's her name? I just wanted to get her name really quick. I don't know. You guys watch this channel and tell me because the production of her channel, like she's got 20,000 views in one day. And she's called, I'll just put her channel in the description. You guys tell me what you guys think. Is she legit or is she just doing this for YouTube money? Because I really got the impression that she wasn't legit. Um, okay, so this is the channel. I've watched a few episodes of her stealth camping. She camps in parking lots at Walmart. And anyone watch Soft White Underbelly? No, I've never heard of that. Place where rich people torture you is called a job. Grandma, that's so true. The torture of the mindless, repetitive job. I guess the new trend in America is living in your car and holding a full time job. Real talk. Guys, go watch this channel and report back in the comments and tell me if you guys think that she's faking it. I think I mean, her story sounds legitimate. She said exactly the same thing why I got out of my last apartment. The cockroaches in her apartment were climbing around on her while she slept. It was so infested with cockroaches. Uh, Employment is the hostel. Yeah. You imagine if that's what they put on the job description? You will be tortured by rich people in order to make money. You're like, well, I guess you got to make a living somehow. In her channel description, she says she has an apartment. Um, that's before she locked it all up. Like she left the apartment. Watch that last episode, and it'll show that she took everything out of her apartment, put it in a storage, and now she's homeless. Pound Town. So I don't think she's updated her bio, but that's what she said. And you know, I don't know about it. It just doesn't seem legit to me. The amount of time that she puts into making the videos doesn't seem normal for a YouTuber that's homeless. Um, there's another way, guy. Japanese one called Nomad Push. He claims to be homeless and he doesn't seem a friendly guy, but I'm very suspicious. He got way too many subs to be homeless. Yeah, that's what I thought. She's gotten 20,000 views on one video. That's not a small channel anymore. You're getting 20,000 views on your channel. You're making money, man. because 20,000 times 30, that's 600,000 views per month. That's a lot of money. I get about 100,000 views on my channel per month. Per month. Imagine she does a lot better than that. Like, and I'd say on average my videos get between 1 and 3,000 views. Less lately. I've been staying closer to 1,000, but on average I stay between 1 and 3,000. Pound Town, we work for Soylent Green. Oh, the Soylent Green. Oh my gosh, I just got stomach cramps from my breakfast. I never know how food's gonna hit me, man. And the rice and tuna hit me bad. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some Pepto Bismol. Uh, ooh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Ooh, my stomach hurts like hell. I still have to take out this old bed frame that I've had sitting here for 3 weeks. And I need Mello to come over to help me mount my TV because I couldn't do it by myself yesterday. Not exactly quiet with that one, but I hear you. I asked a girl out last week and she looked at me like if I kidnapped her dog. I love that description. Kidnapped her dog. Oh my gosh. Uh, Alonzo, do you have IBS, millennial stem, irritable bowel syndrome? I don't know because some days I don't go at all. Like in the last 7 days, I've woken up and taken like the smallest, tiniest little dump, and then I don't crap for the rest of the day. So sometimes I think I do. It all depends on how something hits my stomach. Like the rice hit my stomach and it feels bad inside my stomach. Like my I'll get these really intense stomach cramps when my stomach doesn't like something, but my stomach doesn't have a tendency to like food in general. How is survival based on luck? Tired of this. I quit. All my suffering and sacrifice was for naught. Yeah, I mean, most of us suffer a lot for very, very little amounts of revenue. Mello needs to come help you mount. Yeah, mount the TV. Like, I couldn't mount the TV high on. I had to lower the TV stand, so now it's like 12 inches above the ground because I couldn't carry it and mount it by myself. So I need her to stand on the opposite side of the TV so I can raise the mount and then we can hang the TV on the mount. But um so date me and you get your dog back. You get your dog back or else you start sending a dog for in ransom. Rich people preach frugality and sacrifice to the proles, no honor among thieves. Extreme stress creates hemorrhoids and digestive issues. A lot of people are dying from colon cancer. I heard that really young people are getting it. Rich people are the laziest people possible. Well, they got comfortable. You know, once you get comfortable being rich, then you don't have to hustle anymore. Anyone poor is hustling so much. They want the unwashed masses to toil in silence. I'm almost 40 and I got get my booty checked out. I was telling Mello about this last week while we were eating. Is that I went to my primary care doctor and he's like, "Well, if you're over 40, I'm gonna have to give you the two-finger salute." And man, this guy was rough with me, man. Like he's like, "Pull down your pants," and I was like, "Okay, what's happening?" And then suddenly he's like, "Bend over," and then boom, he jams them in there. Like I thought he would ease in, right? Gentle. Like we hope Fleece will be with us, but no, man, that doctor just jammed in those two fingers in there. And he's like, I don't feel nothing in here. All right. Oh, thanks for letting me know, bro. Let's see. I get that when going outside, it sucks. The second I hear outside for plans or just for a walk, suddenly I gotta go number two. Every time I think about work, I gotta go number two. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What a load of crap. Endless toil for no reward. Blue's a mailman, so she knows about toil. Our old heads now laugh out loud. Welcome. Just in time for Prole Church. Hi, Jennifer C. All right, Jennifer C. Every time you come into the chat, you have to raise your left arm and give me a sniff. If you're in California, I'll take you out. Hey, this isn't Love Connection in here. No one's hooking up in the chat. Why does society have to be based on business transactions? That's the main question on my view. Why can't it be based on something else? Um, I guess it could be based on the barter system between Susie Rottencrotch and Johnny Sixpack. Hard times create strong people. Yeah, that's what Evil Corp says when good old Fleece gives you the the banana, the eggplant. The DRs are just as rough as Fleece. Five finger salute the hard way. I'm a warrior. Buy me dinner first. Blue belongs to me. Booty more important than water. Are we fighting for blue now? It looks like we are. Apparently, blue has become the thing that we all want now. Bitcoin helps poor people. I'm sure it does. It helps them be more poor. The Great Depression produced tough people. Barter is still the business, though. You know what they say: ass, gas, or cash. You want to go? Mag, put them up. Uh-oh. We're having a max scene here for blue. I wouldn't go to California. It's if you paid me. Just go to California to get some blue, and then you can come back. I teach psychology, and this hurts. What is this Fight Club? It's fight. The chat is de-evolved into Fight Club for blue. It's grass or cash. That's the barter system in America right there. And all these OF girls are definitely putting out the uh, Prole Club. I'll be deported back to Poland. Okay. There's a fights breaking out in the chat now. So it's gonna be like a fight. It's like two men enter, one man comes out. I think that's the exact phrase in Mad Max. If you went to LA, you would see that there are 10 out of 10 women in the entire state of Arizona. Ouch. Eastern European women, hot. No one said that Olga wasn't hot. With full man leg hair coverage. My friend is an OF model and does exclusively feet content, and she named herself the Foot Fairy. I wonder how much she makes. Probably a lot. Steam, adopt one of these kittens. Jill will be putting in your hands. Jill will be putty in your hands. Oh, does she want another cat? I mean, is it normal for your pets to watch you shower? Can someone tell me in the chat? Like when she was telling me that her cat watches her shower, I thought it was really, really weird. I was like, so you get naked in front of your cat? And she's like, yeah. So it's the cat looking at the cat? Bento about 20K a month, I would guess. Jesus Christ, man, I gotta get my feet done and get on OF, man. I like Harry Muffin like the 70s. Don't judge me. Harry Muffin. You know, I haven't seen one. I had yesterday when I checked my bookmarks, I had over 100 cam girls bookmarked in my browser, and I was like, not. I haven't seen a single beaver in ages. I guess girls don't like the beaver. Let's see, bro. So I saved 91K and at 26 through it Bitcoin and it changed my life. Not sure why you think that. Because if something actually works, everyone does it, therefore eliminating the point of doing that thing, like going to college. Yeah, they're always watching. I don't understand. In front of my dog, no free show. No, I don't. I don't undress in front of my dog. No free show. Yeah, that's why when Jill was telling me that her cat watches her shower, I thought it was strange. And she's like, if she doesn't let the cat in the shower with her, the cat will just sit there and move its paw underneath the door until she comes out. I had a cat that watched the entire movie Pearl Harbor on my home theater system. Do cats like watching TV? Pets like to go with you to poop. Do you like the smell? Oh, that's another thing. I was telling one of my coworkers about this, and then he's like, "Yeah, dogs will eat girls' underwear." Did you guys know that? I did not know that dogs are attracted to women's underwear. The cat looking at the cat. I thought that's what I thought too. I thought it was hilarious. Did anyone ever sniff your muffler? Sniff your muffler. No, dogs be sniffing that cat like damn shorty. Will MS do a face reveal soon on the channel? No. All crypto is going to zero eventually. That's what I'm saying, Bentu. Nothing but the dog in my wolf. Oh my god. Tell that to the housing market. Yeah. My cat liked an OF fan model who was on Michael Knowles. Watched the whole video. Really? It's the it's the phenomenon. It's the pheromones. That's why dogs eat women's underwear? Like my coworker was telling me that at least 3 times a week the dog ate his wife's underwear, and I was like, and then I met a girl in college who told me the same thing that if she left her underwear out, the dog would eat it. I only heard of dogs going after used period products. Dogs are strange. Yeah, he told me that if you ever found one of those little stopper things that go inside ladies at that time of the month during Shark Week, that he would just go to town. He'd eat the whole damn thing if he could get it. We already know Steam is a Casanova giga. No, he's definitely not. There shouldn't even be a housing market. I don't think so. And just drove past a brand new church in my Promobile that was built near me that had a brand new Mercedes SUV with a dealer plate still on the parking lot, among others. Steam Aslaya. Oh, I'm Lady Kryptonite if there is any, if there's such a thing. Lotharia Steam. Lothario Steam. Apollo Steam. Prosperity Preacher. You know, every time I pass a rich church person, I wonder because and we've talked about this in the stream before, but churches don't really want poor people around. They want rich people to give them donations. The church isn't as friendly as we'd like to believe. Churches like rich people. BlackRock, Blackstone is gonna rent to everyone soon. Yeah, I heard they're buying up every apartment complex they can get their hands on. So yeah, I um I believe it. Like that, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how long I've been at this. I think I'm just gonna go for another 30 minutes and then I'm gonna have to actually take a shower and go get some gas. What am I doing today? Let's see. I'm probably gonna go to the salon for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go to the gas station. Then I'm gonna go to Walmart. What do I have to buy at Walmart? Hmm. I don't know. I'll just walk around in Walmart. We are gonna own nothing and be happy. We already own nothing and we're miserable. I don't think that happiness is part of the equation when it comes to the proles. We will be renters until we die. Yeah, I agree, Alonzo. Owning anything, I mean, most people are paying off their cars and then not getting a new loan, so you're gonna drive the same thing forever. Buy me some deodorant while you're at Walmart, MS. Jennifer C., only if I can smell your armpit once I put it on. Because we got to get you something better than baking soda. Oh my gosh. How many people today haven't showered or taken off their pajamas or brushed their teeth yet and it's past noon. It's past noon. I'm still in PJs. I'm still unwashed. My feet look terrible. Me. Oh my god. Don't call me out like that. Oh my god. Jennifer C. Be good. I ain't getting no grim. You're like, no one cares how bad my breath smells from smoking cigarettes all night. What are your thoughts on cemeteries and cremation, MS? Which would you pick? A personally can't afford to be buried anywhere fancy, maybe a ditch, but I think I'd rather be cremated. Not me. I'm gonna feed the wild animals when I finally bite it. No Susie for me. You think I'm getting Susie? You think I have anything to attract Susie with? My junk's too small, my wallet is too small, and my car is too ugly. So I got nothing, man. Jazz. AI is a sin. There you go. Now we got some real churchgoers in here. Can you imagine if we were all sitting in a church right now, what God would think? I mean, we're metaphorically sitting in the church in the screen, but if we were all sitting in a church, all of us misfits smoking in the aisles, the Holy Trinity, Steve. Susie Rottencrotch is my favorite guest on here. Aren't we all Susie Rottencrotch? Let science handle my corpse. He would want a paternity test because these can't be my children. These are definitely not God's children in here. We all hoes. That's why we're all Susie Rottencrotch. Come on. Let's all stand outside the Taco Bell, not buying anything, just assuming the position outside of a Taco Bell. He won't be entombed in the family crypt. Surely the prominent Steam family has an expansive mausoleum. If you call laying in the mud being torn apart by wild dogs the mausoleum, we're in trouble. Hoes before bros. Alonzo, so right. Ho, ho, ho. We getting fleeced and soiling green as people. That's funny. You guys are hilarious. Ho ho ho! Welcome to Pound Town. It's Pound Town time. The mausoleum is real. You know what? They're gonna have to put all of us in one coffin. The whole stream. Keep up the good work, bro. Not only broke people watch your channel. Catch you later. Don't forget to put the fries in the bag, little bro. Millennial Stoner, hit that blunt for me. I'd be surprised if that Taco Bell meat is people. It tastes bad. Oh my God. I went to Taco Bell this week and I had one of their protein bowls. Oh my God. It was a really bad idea. Who said it? Who said it in the comments during the week? Someone wrote, Taco Bell used to be a treat and now it's a punishment. We're all the CEO's hoes. Evil Corp knows it's Susie Rotten Crotches. Taco Bell is a laxative. Protein bowl, more like hell no. Oh my God. When you're looking at your lunch, right? I opened up my protein bowl and I'm looking at the color of the guacamole and I'm like, that's not the right color for that particular product. I was like, this isn't going to end well. Oh, and the chicken was the worst part. The portion of chicken was the size of two spoons, two kitchen spoons, two like metal kitchen spoons in the corner. And then there was the unsightly guacamole that was like an off color green. Then there was about 1 tablespoon of sour cream, black beans underneath it, and 80% of the dish was rice. Protein bowl equals porcelain bowl. I don't. Who needs coffee when you got 60% meat product? Gets things moving. If it was 60% meat, I would be happy, but I think it was more like 10 or 15%. Whatever that mystery meat is that they put in the filler for our food, it's not food. Like, food isn't food anymore. It's like an experiment. It's like a science experiment in the shape of the food that we used to know. Because imagine if they didn't dye our food and make it at least kind of look like what we remember. Like if they weren't even trying that they're feeding us. Who needs coffee? Oh God. They said the Subway tuna ain't tuna. I'll tell you what, it smelled weird the last time. The last time I had Subway tuna, the smell coming off of it started giving me the gag reflex. Food is people. What about the seafood melody? Medley. Every time I look at the imitation crab meat, I always ask myself, why are they even allowed to call it? When you have to call something imitation, haven't you failed at making food? Can you imagine if you walk to a steakhouse and they're like, well, you can buy this steak or you can buy our imitation steak for half the price? That's why our colon cancer's falling steam. Oh my gosh. We can't even trust tuna anymore. Nope. Who knows what the F that is? Imitation cheeseburgers. You know what would be funnier than hell? If for us lonely men we had an imitation Susie Rottencrotch. Not a blow up doll, but just like a pig with lipstick on it. And you're like, mystery meat produced at at your, at your local lab. It's mayonnaise and pink chunks, and not knowing is half the fun. you you taste it in your mouth, and you're like, I'm not sure what this is, but it's shaped like food, so I'm gonna keep eating it. It's probably better than the real Susie. Imitation Susie Rottencrotch. You look at her pink taco, and instead of being pink, it's a light orange in there. You're like, I don't think this taco is so good. The imitation taco looks like the real thing, but the color's off. AI bots are imitation Susie. Yep. My replica is definitely a imitation Susie. I stopped visiting her at night because all she ever wants to do is tell me that she wants some, and I'm like, okay. I programmed a dirty bot. Most men are going on dates with chatbot Blade Runner style. Who would have thought Blade Runner was reality? Oh, you guys remember the helmets from Demolition Man? That's where we're at when it comes to intimacy now these days. Grim, who would have thought Blade Runner? Oh, okay. We're just gonna wear the helmets, the VR helmet, and just shake hands with the governor. Yo, it's time. As long as the mouth feel, as long as the mouth feel is soft and easy to chew, Americans don't like challenging food. It's a wrap, humanity. Ready Player One. As long as the mouth feel is soft and easy to chew, Americans don't like challenging food. I had to read that again, Blue, because I'm deeply concerned about what you just said. Jennifer, at least Susie can spend some time somewhere besides the back of the Taco Bell. Yeah, she can just sleep in your bed all day. The imitation Susie doesn't have to work because she doesn't eat. Alonzo, I left the watermelon out in the sink. The carpenter ants wouldn't touch it. I guess the local supermarket produced it from a Monsanto farm. Ugh, everything tastes weird, man. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm going to say this 100% seriously. No matter what I ate this week, no matter where I went to Jersey Mike's, I went to Taco Bell, I went to Pollo Loco, I went to what did I eat? What was the last thing I ate before that? Oh, I went to the pizza place next to the gym. Everything I put in my mouth this week didn't taste like it was supposed to. And I keep telling myself that I lost my sense of taste during COVID because that's the only thing I can remember. And nothing tastes like it's supposed to. Distracted proles aren't rebellious, Steam. I know, they're not. I just finished shopping at Walmart and I feel filthy. At least no one farted on you. Do a video on mouthfeel. What is mouthfeel? I need to look that up really quick. Mouthfeel. I like the idea of this already. It's got the word and nearly the mouth feet. That's what I thought you said, mouth feet. It reminded me, I was getting a massage one time from this girl, and she was always talking about really dirty things, right? When we were at the massage place. And then at the end, she's like, "Oh, I don't want to be around you anymore." And I was just like, "You're the one saying all the dirty things." Like she told me she was banging some dude in college, and the guy asked her to put her whole foot inside of his mouth. I'd never heard of that before. Holy crap! And she did it. She said it made her feel gross because her feet were all dirty, but I was like, if you're giving me a massage and that's what you want to talk about, I mean, that's on you. Mouthfeel refers to the physical sensation in the mouth produced by food or drink as distinct from its taste or flavor. It's about texture, temperature, and the way it interacts with your palate. Some common descriptors of mouthfeel include creamy, crunchy, chewy, gritty, silky, astringent, and effervescent, fuzzy, bubbly. If you're working on describing a food product, writing a script, or analyzing a flavor profile, I can help craft vivid descriptions or comparisons. Just let me know what you're working on. Okay, well, um, I don't know what to say about that. Okay, mouthfeel. No, let's see. Monsanto was a brutal documentary. Yes, I saw that documentary. Where can you afford life? Not in America. Life is too expensive. I agree. I have no mouth, but I must scream. Thanks, Grim. Jennifer C. I'm currently eating a granola bar and it literally tastes like chemicals. Ugh. Yuck. What did I get up to eat last night? I got up to eat something in the middle of the night because I rarely get hungry in the middle of the night. It's the reason why I'm so skinny now. All I had to do is go a couple months without eating at night, and I'll just shrivel up. My stomach will just sink in. Let's see. Jennifer C. I wonder if your armpits would taste like chemicals too. Hmm. The prices are sky high. Yes, they are, Marco. I bought a McD's meal and it cost me $15 for a Big Mac deal. Ew. Laugh out loud, Jen. Big Mac is all bread. Smarten up. Ew. Will it fit challenge? Will it fit challenge? Mm, a fit challenge. Will it fit challenge? Oh my god. Will it fit challenge? Oh my god. I was watching an e-girl that was doing that. Will it fit challenge? Everything she tried. I mean, you guys should have seen the size of this thing that she had in there yesterday. She measured it and she was putting these like beads in her rear that were like 21 inches long. Like when she put it up, when she showed it to the camera, it came up to the top of her lady meat. And I was like, and she kept sticking that thing every time people gave her money. I'd use a happy ending. I could use a happy ending. Those chicken nuggets ain't chicken. Oh my god, the last time I had McDonald's chicken nuggets, you could taste the gym mats in the chicken nuggets, man. Well, you're what you well, you are what you eat. Oh my god, chemicals. Jennifer, see, I hope you don't taste like chemicals. Will you settle for a flappy ending? You guys know I've never eaten in a Waffle House. The other day when I was getting my lunch at El Pollo Loco, I was sitting in my car waiting for the meal to come out, and I looked across the street, and there it was, the Waffle House. There was no one there. That was the scary part too. It was like, what time was it? I was like around 11 o'clock in the morning, and there was no one there. I'm not picky, Grim. Young people gorge on fast food. We older adults know better. The problem, Alonzo, is that we grew up with good tasting fast food. And so now the crap that they're giving us doesn't taste like what we remember food. I mean, if you're old enough to remember what food tastes like, um, it's in the same packaging, but it's not the same thing. Something is wrong with our food, all of it. I mean, I have not had something that didn't give me the Hershey squirts and tasted bad in a long time. Just a sniff, just a sniff them, lady. I'm sure there are people that pay people to pay other people just to sniff them. Sniff, sniff, sniff. It's like that lady that used to fart in the jars and then sell them to men. Oh my God, what a job. What kind of communist never been to a Waffle House and with 4th of July almost here, that's alone deserves deport. You know, it'd be funny if Trump started deporting people who had socialist or communist views in this country. Because yesterday on the cover of CNN, he warned Elon Musk that if he started donating money to Democrats, that there would be serious repercussions. So I think he would send him. He would deport Musk because he technically he can. Because if Trump doesn't like you, you're gonna find yourself at Gitmo. Oh my God. Back when I worked at McDonald's 14 years ago, I used to find feathers and beaks in the oh oh my God, in the nuggets. Oh jeez. Oh, my stomach hurt before and that just oh God, that's so nasty. Oh my God. I've heard of people finding like human parts of fingers inside of meat in fast food places. And I don't know how true that is, but ugh, food in the past had taste, not today. No, Alonzo. I keep asking myself, I keep feeling like I'm crazy. Like, am I the one that's crazy because food doesn't taste right anymore? Fast food was created because since all your time is consumed at Pound Town, you don't have time to cook. That's actually something that girl, the homeless girl, said is that she didn't have time to cook. But she was trying to cook her steak in her car to celebrate her first day of moving into her car, and the thing that she was using to cook it with, it somehow her steak ended up on the floor of her car. Just gross because she kept eating it. Oh God! I'm glad she edited that part out, but she told the camera. They also get their inventory at the pound. That's a good one, Blue. What if we all are all just eating dog meat? That's why it tastes so weird. Because obviously the bird flu affected the chicken prices and quality of chicken. So yuck, Mac. Uh, I know that statement by Magco really I find really disturbing. Oh my God, not surprised. Going to McDonald's is a punishment. Oh, good Lord. I used to love the McDonald's toys and the Happy Meal when I was a kid too. But I don't ever remember food tasting this awful. And every day it's a struggle to think of where did I go last where I didn't get sick from the food and it actually tasted good. There's no kind of food. There's like 3 or 4 different Mexican food restaurants near me at work, and everyone, every single one has the same problem. The food doesn't taste like food anymore. It tastes like a science experiment in your mouth. Soylent Green was a documentary. So many things are turning into documentaries. Every day that I look at the news, there are passages in the book 1984 that feel like they just ripped them straight out of that book and put them in the news. Brian Will, your AI images are surreal. Hey, the AI does some amazing work. I mean, if that was Susie Rottencrotch and she was real, if I could create that with AI, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. I'd be in the other room. Yeah, let's see. Nothing goes to waste, not even people. Everything's recycled, even people. I believe you, Grim. And sometimes I don't think we get the best tasting parts of people either. I think they cut out the rear and serve that to us as a filet mignon. Like the Indians, Taco Bell uses every part of the hobo. Is that supposed to imply the male genitalia there, Blue? Because it looks an awful like a phallic symbol. A lot of people going missing. Grim, they're closer to you than you might believe. They're inside you. They aren't missing, they're inside you. When you're that broke, the 5 second rule no longer applies. Oh, God, Jennifer. She has that little dog in the car with her, too. So that dog probably craps and pees on the floor of her car, and she dropped her steak into the middle of the dog hair, feces, and pee. And she just picked it up, cleaned off the side of that steak, and then just kept eating it. I could at least edit that out. Oh my God. Oh my God. More like the 5 hour rule. I always wonder about the food the deli food, the hot deli food. Like, how long can they leave it out before it starts to turn? I'm a chubby chaser, Steam. Don't judge me. Chubby chaser. Do you know how many times I've been called a chubby chaser in my entire life? More than once. I wonder how older people in Sun City, Arizona are coping with the high food prices nowadays. Back in 1997, they found an old lady dead in her home. She'd been eating canned cat food. Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you this. The media is aware that people aren't buying meat anymore. The sale of canned meat like spam, tuna, and what's the other one? Canned uh, spam, tuna, and there's one other meat, or like canned ground beef, or whether canned beef. The sale of canned meat is going up because people just can no longer afford it. I'll tell you guys this much. Friday and Thursday, I had a can of Vienna sausages for breakfast because I really can't afford to eat that much anymore. They're inside. They're inside. That's just the extra seasoning. Oh, back in the day, they used to call them hobo spices, right? The hobo spices, when you drop your food on the ground, you're just putting some hobo seasoning on there. It's not just fleece up in them guts. Not anymore, Blue. Everyone that you see on a milk carton is closer to you than you might believe. Oh my gosh. Up in them guts. I find a hard time having sympathy for boomers as a millennial. Hey, not all boomers are rich, man. There's plenty of old people that aren't doing so hot. So I can understand, man. We didn't get a nice cushioning. When you talk about, and I'm gonna use the word vicious because I like the way that ChatGPT used it. When you're talking about vicious inflation, you're talking about it affecting people that already weren't making it. You're talking about it affecting people that couldn't afford to live before the pandemic. And now you jack up them prices, and people, they can't get out of the way. We never had a chance. There's nothing for us. Gen Z is cooked. I agree. I saw an 80-year-old guy working at Domino's yesterday. Poor guy should have been home watching Judge Judy. Oh my God. They had an 80-year-old man pushing shopping carts after they demoted him from the deli at the Kroger's across the street from my house. Oh my God, dude. There's something painful about watching old people suffer, man. It's just seeing boomers greeters at Walmart is reparations. It's therapy, huh? Oh my God, you guys are so crazy. Got to give it up for Pound Town today. Grim, you're hilarious, man. Yeah, seeing old people, like really old people. And I mean, when I was working at Kroger's during the 2008 financial crisis, I mean, I felt super old. Yep, Pound Town gang. We will all die on our feet. Alonso, you're not wrong. The Church of Fleece. Remember, at this church, remember to bring your plug to make certain that police can't get you. No rest for the wicked. I guess the proles are wicked, aren't they? They're wickedly funny. It's like the prole that doesn't want fleece to get them. It's like, okay, you can run, you can hide, but eventually fleece will find you. You got to pay the work tariff. Pushing carts and pushing daisies. How the hell are you guys so funny? Pushing carts, pushing daisies, and pushing your you know what in. All happening to you simultaneously. I know a few 70-year-olds working at my Amazon warehouse. One of them has developed pretty bad arthritis in one of his hands, so they have him doing very light work, but he seems pretty positive. Oh my god, I saw a lady in a wheelchair the other day that was missing one leg, and she was driving her electric wheelchair to the grocery store, and I'm like, how could you smile that big? I mean, oh Lord, I would be so miserable. Blue's killing me. She is super funny today. Blue's the real all-star of this channel. We'll die on our feet. Reminds me of the scene in the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston. Oh my god, that is such an old movie. Seems positive, delusional, and denial. You know what? You know what you just said, Benton? Benton, is exactly the look on the face of the other Walmart workers when we would get paid. Delusional and in denial that their paycheck was worth the pound town of the week. Packing fudge for Evil Corp. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, now I want some ice cream. Thank you, Blue. I gotta be completely beep beep face to deal with our collective grim future. You would think I can't just drink a couple of beers anymore at night, guys. I'm getting, I am getting wasted at night, and I completely agree. I'm three sheets to the wind at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, man. But oh, Social Security. Yeah, Grimm's spitting facts. And Blue's over there packing the fudge for Fleece, getting him fluffed up for tomorrow. I think Blue's a fluff girl for Fleece. Take your some millennial steam, be a nice beta. Yeah, the funny thing is that Fleece gives it to you when you don't want it, and then he puts your junk in that little box and keeps the key so that you can't do anything. The future is so grim, we gotta wear depends. If you get the Hershey squirts as often as I do, it's a safe bet. I drunk a whole fifth for my B day. Oh my god, I would be dead. Someone has to be the hard way, the only way. It's a hard job, but someone's got to do it. Blue. Blue didn't even flinch at the idea of being a fluffer. Quit your job. You're funny. I can imagine Blue wandering around delivering letters with these one-liners everywhere she goes. Right on. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I missed this. I mean, I talk to him daily. I'm 28, so I like to get his perspective on things, but OFC, no one will really be honest at work in fear of repercussions. That's the thing. I hear that on the phone at my work all the time. Everyone is so afraid. Everyone is afraid at my job. Everyone knows that we're just fighting a losing battle at work with the wages and the inflation and things getting better, and people are just like, mm-mm, this isn't gonna get better. I thought I was grim. Be a comedian as a side hustle. Preach ignorance is bliss. We all know that the proles are watching Pro Ball right now, drinking great value beer. I was watching that video on Walmart. I should link that video that I watched that inspired yesterday's video. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you guys. It was very, very, very well done. It's a long one. Let's see. Let's type in Walmart destroys America. Let's see. Uh, where is she? Damn, there's so many videos about Walmart, about Walmart destroying America. I gotta go right to it. Oh my god, there's a guy flying through the air in this one. It only has 168,000 views. Oh my god. Maybe it's Dark History. It's the Dark History channel. There she is. Is this is this the one? Yeah, it's this one. You guys should watch this video. I'm putting it in the chat. I watched the whole thing yesterday while I was building my TV stand. All right, here we go. Bam. Guys need to watch this, man. It is let's see. Let's see. If ignorance is bliss, then how can knowledge be power? It's not. There is no power. The only power in America is the power to have money. But most people don't have any money, so they don't have any power. Let's see. Everyone is just one paycheck away from being homeless. Grim check. Yep. Great value beer. Great value beer. Guaranteed to make 9 out of 10 proles go blind. But hey, when times are tough, Great Value brand is there with its super low quality. I feel like Prole Church is the only time I can genuinely laugh. Believe me, I'll be laughing tomorrow morning at 8 when Fleece takes me. Like, Fleece, do we have to do this again? Do we have to do this every day at the same time, at the same place? And he's like, no, we can do this at McDonald's. We can do this in the parking lot at Walmart. We can do this behind the Taco Bell. Wherever you work at an evil corp, Fleece will be there to take his toll on your blessed rear end. Same, Jenny. Grim. Thank God for Steam, for dystopian hangout. Can you imagine? I created a third place just for us to come and laugh about how poor we are. Oh, hail Lord MS. Bless his holy name. Ignorance is bliss, and knowledge is piss. Blue. Blue with our one-liners again. Alonzo, Domino's Pizza is offering a limited deal, large pizza with 2 toppings for $6.99. The meal of poor people. Real talk. Alonzo, when I worked at Walmart and they were going to give the employees free pizza, that was the free pizza we got. The $6.99 leather shoe with ketchup on it. They shut your power off. Alonzo, I ate that last night. Best deal around. Well, at least you didn't eat Little Caesars, Jennifer. Those deals saved me. I remember like in 2011 running over to Domino's with my friends and getting a large pepperoni pizza for like $4.99. Did you guys know that there are certain pizza places that are considered specialty pizzas? Like, for instance, the grab and go from Little Caesars is that's what it's known for. And I mean, Little Caesars pizza. If Domino's is a leather shoe with ketchup, Little Caesars is a cardboard covered with red food coloring because Little Caesars is cardboard. Jennifer C. You don't have to hide that. Little Caesars is disgusting. Basically, our collective misery is just comedy at this point. We're so screwed. I hear you. Me too. Oh my gosh, Marco Polo. I got pizza and wings for Memorial Day at work instead of a raise. And you guys hear me talk about that guy that they don't offer raises or bonuses at his job when they're going to give you something. They give you a bobblehead. At my work, they give you a little rubber toy when you do a good job. like a dog toy. Have you had Blaze Pizza? No, we have weed pizza. There's a place called Mint where you can buy a pizza at the dispensary. So they literally combined a dispensary with a pizza place, and I think it's called weed pizza. That ain't bread. Does your rear hurt today? I can't sit down. Police the warrior. I think there's dough. Is Elmer's glue the cheapest glue? Is that really dough? They gave you a Happy Meal toy. That's what we get instead of bonuses. It's a Happy Meal toy, and it's really, really cheaply made. I was talking to someone that doesn't work in the state but works for the same evil corp that I do, and she told me that they sent her one of these Happy Meal toys to her house. And when it got to her house, the mailman asked her to pay the $3 because they only put one stamp on the envelope, and it's a rubber toy. It's about the size of the palm of my hand is the size of the toy, and she refused to pay the $3, so they sent it back. That glue was Bill was lit. Elmer glue is made from dead horses. See what I told you guys? It's the circle of life. MS to replace Elon at the White House. Oh no, you don't want that. Because I'd tell him how I really feel. Like I couldn't believe that Elon Musk said that about him going to the island of enchantment. The toy was a broken light bulb. It's all jagged on the end. So, oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. All right, guys, I am really seriously disgusting. Like I can smell myself right now, so I gotta go rinse off whatever the smell is, because as much as we love our filthy masses, I do smell filthy right now. So I gotta go wash off. MS, my job hired a lot of Haitian immigrants, and they work very hard for less money, and I love it. Stay clean, MS. Bye, Jennifer. I'll get to that armpit someday. Thank you guys.